Okay, welcome back, class. Have a good day to all of you. Your teacher Sandy is back, and we'll be together this morning. And the first portion of our study is that we are going to continue this topic, the air, because we did not finish this one. And I'd like to give you a little bit background. I mean, not background, but I'll give you just a glimpse of a review for us to know more about it. So air is everywhere around us, remember. And what is air made up of? She's made of what? Made of this here components. And yeah, air is everywhere. Our Earth is surrounded by the layer of air, and this layer is known as atmosphere. So we talked about this one already, and let's proceed directly to this one. So according here, the composition of the air is 78% is what is the nitrogen and 21% is the oxygen. So that's the averages of the thing that we are going to talk about for this morning. And then the oxygen is 21, and the other gases is only 1%. So that is the component. So as you can see here, based on the above chart, above by the chart above, which gas forms the largest components. Of course, we have the nitrogen, and the second largest is the the oxygen. So those are the things that we learned already last time. So the fertilizers coming from the nitrogen. And remember, kids, that oxygen is the most important gas for all living things. Without oxygen, living things cannot survive. So we cannot survive without the presence of the oxygen. All of the living organisms will, because we breathe oxygen. Our body needs oxygen to produce energy from the food we eat. Remember this one. And also we breathe air through our nose. I think we end it here. So next one. Right, so here, carbon dioxide is useful gas for plants. Okay, remember that carbon dioxide is very useful for the plants, because the plants is the one who will process it in the process called photosynthesis in order for them to make food and grow fastly and can produce oxygen to the people and to the animals. Here, plants use carbon dioxide in the process to make food, known as photosynthesis. Okay, the plants cannot make food without the presence of the carbon dioxide. There is no carbon dioxide. So look at this one. The car is producing what? Producing carbon dioxide. That's too much. And carbon dioxide is not good for us. It's not good for the people. But for the plants, needs carbon dioxide to make food. So that's the difference between the two. If you're going to differentiate, human and animals need oxygen, while plants need carbon dioxide for them to make food. So plants. In other words, noble gases made up of a few types of gases, such as helium. Yes, we can see helium here, and we can see neon and argon. So the first one, we have the balloons filled with helium, and the helium can float upwards. See the balloons. The reason why that the balloons can float upward because of the helium. Okay. So another thing, we have this one, the neon. Neon is used in advertising signs, like for example in the groceries, in the barber shop, in the salon. They have this one, colorful. And remember, kids, this is also belongs to different gases. Helium for the balloon and neon for advertising signs. And of course, we have here the, this is argon. This is argon. I mistakenly write it. This is argon. All right. So another one. The water vapor is also present in the air. Okay, present in the air, the water vapor. Like for example, do you notice the water droplets that form on the outer part of the glass of iced water that is left on the table? Of course, we can see the water there. Can you see that the water in the glass? You are not putting water outside, but because of the water vapor, it becomes a droplets, and that is a form of what? Form of water vapor. Okay, the water droplets come from the water vapor in the air. So that means there is air present also in this particular situation. We have the water vapor is cooled by the glass of ice water and turns into water droplets. So that's the process. The water vapor is cooled by the glass and the ice water and turns into water droplets. See, at first, those are water vapor. Those are actually composed of air. But because of the heaviness of that certain what vapor, they became droplets. So here another fun fact. There are other things in the air such as microorganisms. If you would say microorganisms, that means very small, um, very small organisms. And dust, you know what is dust? And dust and some microorganisms such as bacteria can make us sick. Okay, you will get sick if there is dust and microorganisms or such as bacteria that you can see in your hands. The reason why these things can stick in our body easily. Okay, dust can put in our body, can stick. Stick means can go directly into our body. So that therefore we should keep themselves, I mean, keep ourselves clean by bathing or washing our hands with soap. So we have to wash our body with soap in order for us to maintain a clean body, right? Because your body will not be clean if you will not wash with soap. Look at the boy. I look at the hands here. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I think it's a girl. They are washing their hands with soap. Or if you have alcohol, you can put alcohol so that your hands will be clean, especially in our time today that there is COVID-19. So we have to wash it carefully with soap for the microorganisms. I will give you to for the microorganisms. These are microorganisms such as bacteria and viruses are what? Very small. You see, micro that can stick in our body and can make us sick. Okay. Right. So, like to pause for a while. This one. Okay. Okay. So now let's proceed to importance of the air to us and to other living organisms. Living organisms means living things. Importance of the air to other living things. Still in chapter 8, but you can open this one in page 126. 126. You can open your book to page 126. Yeah, good. 26, 126, and 100, 127. So this is the pages that we are going to, these are the pages that we are going to talk about. Number one here. Of course, in order for you to learn more about this topic, I want the importance of the air into our lives. See, very important, kids. Okay, remember this one. Okay, according here, all living things, including all living things, including plants and animals, need air to breathe. Because if we don't have air, of course, we will not be, we cannot survive on Earth. And here another thing, they need oxygen to what? To produce energy from the food they eat. To carry what? To carry out their daily activities, like us. I need food in order for me to what? To survive in my daily activity. You need food also in order for you to survive in your daily activity. So I cannot survive. I cannot survive without anything. I cannot survive without oxygen. So we need air. And also, if you are going to um, go to, if you want to go to some places and to do something, and especially if you're running, you need oxygen for you to breathe. Okay, you need oxygen for you to breathe, so that you will not be run out of the what they you will not be run out of air. So very important. The air is very important to each one of us. Another thing, without air, we cannot hear any sounds. Yes, because the air is what running on a sound. Or I mean, we need this one in order for us to produce any sound. So remember this one, kids, that these things are very important as well to us. Air is very important. This is because sound needs to travel. This is what I have told you. The air needs to, or the sound needs to travel. See, another one. Some musical instruments make use of vibrations of air to produce music. Okay, some musical instruments would need air in order for them to produce what? Music. Okay, they cannot produce music if there is no air. Say if you tell yourself that you will stay on a vacuum, you cannot produce any music if there is no air in it. So remember, air is very important. Another thing, look at this one. The girl is playing a flute. See, this certain flute, kids, will not produce any sound if what? If there is no air present. Okay, it should be the air is there so that you can produce sound. See, you can produce sound. Okay, another one. Atmosphere. The atmosphere around our Earth protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. See, according here, the sun, the heat of the sun totally directly to the Earth, it will be absorbed by what the surface of the atmosphere. See, atmosphere is very important to to the people. Very important to the people. Why? Because the atmosphere, the layer of the atmosphere, is the one that protects us. It can control the what? The the presence of the sun that hit into the earth. Okay? Hit to the earth. It control. So that's why you can feel now it's not that hot because of the presence of the the air. See, you can say that. You can say that. It's not that. Okay, another one here. Besides that, the atmosphere helps to maintain the temperature of our Earth. Okay, it really contains, it really helps us. It really helps us every single time. Another one. Otherwise, it will be either too hot during the day or too cold during the night if there is no what? If there is no layer. If there is no layer, what will happen to each one? It will be very, very hot. It will be very, very hot if there is no layer of the sun. See that? Right. So what I wanted to the layer of this one give us more emphasis that we have to be thankful for the layers of the sun of the atmosphere that gives us glimpse of help in order for us not to feel too hot and not to feel too cold during the day and during the night. Right. So here, if there is no carbon dioxide, if there is no carbon dioxide, not only plants cannot make food and survive, other living things depending on plants for food will not be able to survive as well. So look at this, kids. Look at this um, situation. All right, so living things depending on the plant such as like they cannot survive, especially the cow. Look at the cow. The cow here is very, very thin because of the appearance of the cow. The appearance of the cow. So look at the situation. Of course, if the cow cannot eat food, the cow will die. The cow will die. So very important. The carbon dioxide is very important for the plants in order for the animals can survive in any different things because they're eating grasses, and we know that grass needs carbon dioxide in order for them to survive. So plants need carbon dioxide to make food through photosynthesis. Through photosynthesis. In order for them to survive, they need carbon dioxide. So look at this. The picture shows that the cow is eating grasses, and we know that the grasses is coming from what? Coming from the sorry, coming from the grass, and the grass needs carbon dioxide in order for them to survive and to make food. How will this cow be affected if there is no carbon dioxide in the air? So they will die. That's what I have told you a while ago. Some toys need air to work. Yes, like for example, this one, the beach ball, balloon. What else? Beach ball, balloons, and floats need what? Need air for them to, under for them to survive. To have air. Like this one, they're playing the balloon. They're very happy playing on it, but they're playing the balloon. They cannot play this one if there is no air. Another thing, we have here also a balloon and also this toy. So you can play only this one if there is air present in it. So air is very important, not only to us, but to all the living things that we can see, right? So will these toys be fun play if they are deflated? The answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. You will never be happy if these toys will be deflated. So that's all for today. I hope that you learned something about our topic with regards to the importance of the air to us, and I hope that you will learn something about it. And goodbye to all of you. See you next time.